He's a good guy.
We also got to see you and George writing your song, Octopus's Garden.
Yeah.
And that was... How did the idea of a gardening octopus or an octopus being down there?
Because on the White Album, I left the band.
Uh-huh.
And I left the band because I didn't think I was being part of it, and I was playing great. And, you know, I always was that guy. I went and knocked at John's door. And I said, man, you know, I feel you three are so close, you know, and I'm out of it. And he goes, I thought it was you three. And then I went to Paul's. And I said, hi, man, yeah, you know, I've got to tell you, I feel like I'm, you know, not part of the band and I'm not playing good. And he said, you know, it's you three are really close. He says, I thought it was you three. so I flew to Sardinia. I thought, I'm getting out of here. I went to Sardinia and, you know, I worked with Peter Sellers and his boat was there.
Uh-huh.
And so he lent us his boat to... in those days, Maureen and two of my kids. And two things happened. One was the nanny we had with us was carrying Jason, who was a little kid. And we were just climbing over rocks and that, and then she stopped. And she said, take the baby. What? Take the baby? She said, take the baby. So I took my son, and I said, well, what's going on? And there was an octopus wrapped around the leg. You know, I mean, I would have thrown that kid a mile. You know? Yeah. So take the baby. But also, then we went and had lunch on Pete's boat, and we had some fish and chips. You know, we're from Liverpool, and they gave us. What the hell's this? It was octopus and chips.
Was it the one from her leg?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't think so. And anyway, we finished the lunch, and in those days, you know, it was like, you know, there was freedom when you were in Sardinia to smoke dope.
Uh-huh.
And I got into a really great mood, and the weather was great. And I was just on the deck, and the captain came out, and, you know, he realized we didn't want his octopus. He said, you know what octopus do? They find on the ocean bed pretty rocks and tins, actually, that'd been thrown from other boats, and they put like a garden around them. Well, when you're stoned, that's the best idea I've ever had in my life. I go, what? Yeah. And so I did start it because I had my guitar there and I played 3 chords, so everything's in 3 chords. There's another bit of footage that I don't think was in that, where George was like hanging about, and I'm going, I'd like to be G. And F demented, whatever he said. You know, I can only play in C. And, you know, that was just a really cool bit for me.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's how it ended up being Octopus's Garden. Like, at that moment, I would love to be under the sea with an octopus. Yeah.
Now, this is a